I hope the story tender knows somewhere we can get high above the clouds. The volcano is what I'd assume, but probably a little too hot. Back to the Story Chalet. Hello. Welcome back, girls. It's always nice to see you. How can I help? I need to get above the clouds, since Carto's granny can't land her airship. Who's what can't land there, huh? Sorry, long story. Maybe you'll read about it one day. Do you know anywhere that's tall enough that can get above the clouds? Actually, the top of the Story Chalet goes pretty high up. It's just a small house. It might appear that way, but you'd be surprised. I once found myself on the very top floor. There were no books up there, but the view was breathtaking. Okay. Wow, okay, can you show us how to get up there? I'd be happy to, young miss, but I haven't reached the top floor again since. This can be a complicated place, I'm afraid. Though I can show you what I know, please follow me. I like a little happy dance. I like a hyped dance, just let's go, let's go. Here we are. This looks more like the basement than the top floor. Yes, it's just the basement, but let me regale you a moment. It was a normal morning many moons ago, and I was doing my rounds of the chalet. Reading the new chapters, feeding the spiders, that sort of thing. I was still half asleep and wandered into a door I didn't recognize. Before I knew it, I was rocketing upward, but it spilled me out on the top floor. That sounds more like a dream you had. It's always a possibility, but I spent the entire day up there and my sunburn was very real. It had the most glorious views of the forest. I'd never been so high up. I've hoped to find my way back there ever since. With the smarts on you gals, I bet we can figure out how. I'm not sure that story quite adds up, but it's the only lead we have. Let's look around and see what we can find, Carto. Let's do that. But first, let's read stories. Mother's Reach. The strength of a tree is measured by the growth of its roots, as they say in the wildwood. And the mother tree is the strongest of them all. When fully grown, the mother tree's root system extends across the entire world, deep underground. This growth process takes roughly 1,000 years, based on the sapling used to spur her regrowth. Well, we used a pretty special sapling when we did it, so... Wait, what'd you say? Perhaps we should start with some light reading. Yeah, okay. The ups and downs of the Story Chalet. A rarely seen door allowed a scant few storytellers access to the observation deck. Okay, so that's where we need to get to. Someone scrawled a message across the page. The top floor is real, and I've found the way there. I don't have enough space to fully explain, but this should get you started. Good luck, future story tenders. A small scroll of paper flutters down. Okay. I will deal with that after I read all the books. The Little Cartographer. The Little Cartographer has just barely missed her granny at the iceberg, but she knew she was close. All she has to do now was to find somewhere tall enough to get above the clouds. They headed back to Story Chalet, short as it was. Or was it? Okay. Message in a beetle. A spotted sand beetle wove its way through the burning desert sands on assignment from the captain of the Water Seekers. It bore a message that a new oasis had been found, that it was time for the rest of the tribe to join the Seekers. This particular species of beetle could absorb the harsh rays of the sun, channeling them into energy to power its sand-shoveling mandibles. Its natural predators include the prancing asp, the luminescent fox, and the Paulson's tarantula, but it evaded them all. The beetle arrived just in time as the tribe's water supply dwindled, and and enjoyed a reward of candy cactus nectar for its troubles. Good for it. Okay, so I've read these three and that one. Let's now rearrange and read the rest. Get these out of the way. The goat attraction. After the eruption subsided, the Palmer family rode goats to the mouth of the volcano to survey the changes. The cooled lava rock had created a series of tunnels and slides as far as the eye could see. Dare they ride their goats down the slides, they wondered? And thus a new world-famous attraction was born at the luxurious Lava Lodge. Husky business. The first settler of the iceberg was merely a child, lost and adrift at sea, separated from his people. Upon his arrival, a pack of huskies took great interest in him and nurtured him as one of their own. They taught him how to hunt, communicate with the other dogs, and keep himself warm. The settler swore that he'd find a way to for future generations to have the support of huskies whenever they were needed. Okay, that too isn't meant to be. Let's read that again. The settler swore that he'd find a way for future generations to have the support of huskies whenever they were needed. Okay, that sounded better. Neverwinter naps. Another legend of the iceberg involves a miraculous drink called Neverwinter. Created by a mixture of several types of ice and local herbs, Neverwinter put its drinker into a deep hibernation. In this way, they can sleep through the winter safely until being awoken by the first light of spring. The recipe has been lost in time, though local mixologists are always experimenting, hoping to rediscover it. So I'm guessing that's what happened to the huskies. Doesn't explain how they didn't age for generations, but still. Kellen and her forgetful husband Gata were missing their son more than usual that day. Gata was out strolling the shores as he often did before getting lost. Another typo in that sentence. But that day he found a bottle sitting on the North Pier as if it had been left just for him. I haven't dropped off that bottle yet. Unless we did that on the way here. That makes sense. It had a message inside, and he was so excited that he managed to find his own way home. His wife removed the message and unfurled it, and immediately burst into tears. "I'd recognize this handwriting anywhere," she said. "My son wrote this." Their son's heartfelt message had crossed the ocean somehow, and arrived just when they needed it most. The mystery of the speedy sheep. The grasslanders had started to notice that their sheep had become unusually fast of late. They strayed far from their shepherds and devoured cabbages at an alarming speed. After some detective work, the grasslanders determined that rubber plant seeds had been spread around the town somehow. The last sources of rubber in their region were used to manufacture magic boots, which hadn't been seen in decades. But the grasslanders were glad to have new seed samples to cultivate, and soon their sheep were back to a reasonable speed. Okay. I think that probably covers all the stories in this game. So, let's actually finish it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I have 8 buildings? 8 rooms, should I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. How do I know what order they go in? I guess they have to all be connected, so that makes sense. Okay, let's double check what goes where. So the second one is this one. And the 2, 3, 4, fifth one is the volcano? No, which one is that? Oh, the main lobby. Okay, so now we have to connect them all. How do I get down to... Oh, okay, yep. I'm now seeing what I need to do. So those 4 need to be the ones with the doors, so you can go down. guessing that one goes there. Perfect. That was easier than I was expecting it. That's the door. You found it. Let's go. Come on, Carto. Going up. Is that the mother tree? Looks awfully big. Wow, I've never been this high up. Is anyone else dizzy? My, it's just as magnificent as I remember. When'd you get a load of that tree? Though I'm sorry, girls, it looks like we're still below the cows. We're just below the cows. Though I'm sorry, girls, it looks like we're still below the clouds, even up here. Don't worry, Carto, we just need to get a little bit higher. How about on top of that enormous tree? It's hard to tell, but it looks like it goes even higher up than we are now. And maybe it's still growing? I'd say it's worth a try. I'm going to stay here and enjoy the view for a bit. Who knows when I'll find my way up here again. Thanks for the help, Mr. Storytender. Come on, Carto, let's make like a tree and visit that tree. Okay. Ready to go? Nah, yeah, nah. I'll go actually say no at this moment. Is there anything else I can... Nope. Yep. Best of luck on your journey. And thank you for helping me find this place. I'll never forget it. Again. Well, don't rearrange the rooms. Time for some elevator action. Okay. Welcome, beardless messengers. Mother's been expecting you. She told me to gather everyone here, that the time for family has come. Mother says to thank you for your help in her rebirth, and now it's time for her to help you. You may enter her embrace. Thank you, Chirp. Lend Mother the energy of the land, and she will take you where you want to go. Okay. Vulture soars high. You will go higher. Small one, isn't Mother marvelous? Cherb's sapling must have been special to make her grow this quickly. Cherb's getting the hang of this watcher thing. Phew, it can get kinda hot out here when you're as furry as us. Good thing Mother keeps us cool with her shade. If you think Mother is impressive now, you should see her when she's fully grown. Okay. Are you ready to head up? This is so exciting. I mean, there's nothing else to do. I mean... Nah, yeah, nah. Yeah. To the treetops. We're so high up. Yeah, don't fall off. Is that my island in the distance? Check out this view. Are we finally high up enough? It looks like the clouds are still above us. Let's have a look around. Maybe we can spot somewhere even taller than this. You can see the whole world from up here. Almost looks like a map. Ooh, what are you doing? This is so exciting. You're holding such big pieces of the map. Are you putting everything together? Connect every piece of the map. Oh my god. Can I zoom out at all? Nope. So... oh, well, this is just the first island, I guess. Let's move this weird fish lake down here. I wonder if we'll actually have to connect every single piece of the map. Be interesting, but that would take a while. It's there. And extend this way. Complete map. That was my island way out there. Wow. Yep, okay. Connect the paths. Connect all the grass. Okay, I'm making this harder than it actually needs to be, but I just want it all to connect. Thank you. I do not know what happened there. You missed me complete the second, and this was the third map. Which is a bit wonky, but... do you feel that rumbling? Now we're off to the volcano. Nope, we're not up to the volcano. It's the small one, which is already complete. Story Chalet. Hi, Mr. Storytender. This one's already connected too. Is that the desert you traveled to? It's enormous. That actually looks pretty small, but sure. Oh, is this where I shoved the volcano all the way up the top? Yes. Okay, let's bring that back down. Connect it to there. And this should all pretty much connect to each other because they're all underground, so it's all rock. All above ground, I guess. All the underground is where all the tunnels were. Complete map. The volcano. But that rumbling is getting stronger. Is it going to erupt again? Gonna guess it's the airship. I need to connect all this. Which actually might be simpler than I think. I just sort of have them lightly touching. Can't actually access any of that if you were to walk it, but it's one piece. I really miss those iceberg pups. But Carto, that rumbling is getting very serious. Wow, what's happening? Hold on. Oh, the tree's growing. Oh. We're above the clouds. Can you see your granny? Maybe. Do I just have to stand up here? Nope, open the map and bring granny to me. Hello. Carto, my sweet. I knew we'd find each other, dear girl. It was only a matter of time. Or should I say, a mapper. You've been so resourceful to track me here. And you found all the pieces of a map. A true master cartographer, just like your granny. And who's your companion? Hello, ma'am. I'm Shannon. I would say I've heard so much about you, but Carto is a little on the quiet side. She's the best, though. She's taught me so many things. I've been to so many cool places. And, I want to hear all about them, child. But now that we're all together, why don't you show me a few firsthand? We can take the airship and we'll use the map that you girls recovered. You can introduce me to some of your new friends. and take me to your favorite spots. Shannon? Thanks, I'd love to join. Lead the way, Carto. That seems dangerous. Should put down like a bridge or something just to cross. Finish chapter 10. So I guess that's the end. And now is it credits as it does a montage of all the places? Yes. I can see why you wanted me to meet him. A fine specimen. Why, thank you, ma'am. It's good to see you again. I was talking to the bear, you lout. That makes more sense. It's nice to see you again too, Lampa. Chirp is so confused. I'm just so glad we're both back with our precious girls. You said it, sister. And what a little slice of heaven this is. These old bones, something. You would have never found the oasis without your fearless little lady here. I'm mighty proud of her. And speaking of mighty, these camels carry quite the stench. It takes a few rinses. Now listen up, students, we have a special guest today. She's travelled around the world and seen countless amazing things. Have you seen plants? Of course. And rare animals, exotic foods, impossible landscapes. What kind of plants? Oh, so many kinds. Sprawling vulture vines, carnivorous cacti, even an invisible orchid. We've seen those already. Ooh, tough crowd. Now that's the hot lava spice that keeps me young. Hooey, delicious. I'm so glad you like it, Grandmam. That's an old Palmer family recipe. I think I burnt my tongue. a feature of our own. Eat at your own risk. Something. Missed it. It's gone fast. So let me get this straight. You held a coming of age ceremony for 4 types of somethings. Now that you mention it, was more of a fishing competition. In any case, mermaids were there. That sounds like quite the competition. Indeed, I'm still not sure if I won. Are you 15? Your little girl is quite the talent. I've been looking for the 7th iceberg for years, and she found it in an afternoon. Yep, we cartographers will do that. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Keep a close eye on those pups, girl. So fast. Ah, the story-teller. It hasn't aged a day, unlike me. Are you the artful aeronaut master airship pilot? Well, I'm a huge fan. I've read every issue of your daring tales. Shh, keep it down, Sonny. Those days are long behind me. I'm just a gentle granny now. But I suppose I still manage to sneak in a daring tale every once in a while. Will you sum my first issue? The little cartographer and her granny finally reunited, embraced warmly. The crisp air rustled through the leaves around them, high atop the mother tree. She felt so happy to be back with her favourite person in the world. She has also made a new best friend and discovered a newfound taste for adventure. Thanks for the invite, guys. It sounds like so much fun. But I hear the ocean whispering my name. I still have some more exploring of my own to do before I find my new home. It was lovely meeting you, Granny. Thank you for sharing your stories with me. And you, child, I'm so glad you and Carto found one another. Best of luck out there. Wouldn't it be easier? I mean, sure, she likes the salt water. Easier to travel by airship, though. I miss you so much, Carto. Best friends never stay gone for too long. Carto and Shannon. So I wonder if you can go back through the chapters to get like the hidden trophies. Too bad if it landed in the fire. It's like you get this message from the sky and just instantly burns before you can read it. Dear Shannon, it's so nice to be back with Granny, but I miss you lots. The skies have been beautiful. It's only been a week, but we've already seen so many amazing things. We even made it through another storm. We're prepared for anything now. Thank you for being such a great friend to me. I hope you find wherever you're meant to be, and I'm sure I'll see you there soon. Also, you won't believe that I found hiding on the airship one of the iceberg pups smuggled aboard. Good thing she likes seafood stew. Anyway, we all miss you. Write me back when you can. Love, Carto. P.S. Granny says hi. Okay, it's one thing to drop a note from an airship. It's another one to throw one up to an airship. How's she meant to write back? Oh, Carto, I miss you too. That's funny. Where'd you come from? Good girl. I was half expecting to now play as her as she travels. But I guess not. Like as a post-game thing. The end.